You know what's funny is women who think that men don't have standards or that they believe that some other man influenced this man's standards. Now, I'm saying this because women don't understand there's a difference between the woman you don't want to be seen with versus the woman that you do want to be seen with. It's a pride versus embarrassment type of thing. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I came across a clip with the Daily Wrap Up crew where they were talking about Kevin Samuels, and the standards that these women think men got from Kevin Samuels. So before we get into this conversation, I want you guys to make sure you comment your thoughts and your opinions on this subject under this video. Now, before we get into this, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel. So here we go.
Or do men have standards outside of the ones that Kevin Samuels set? Can you elaborate on that one?
That's the next subject.
No, because I just want to be for real. Anytime you ask a man now or any podcast a man has and they say the requirements, they're literally listing the same ones that Kevin Samuels had. And it's just like,
rest in
all
peace.
right, rest in peace to that guy. But for real, there's no other requirements that you guys, what do you guys say? Fit, feminine, cooperative.
Fit, feminine, and friendly.
I'm telling you, before he said it, that's what men always wanted. He just had a loud voice.
Yeah, he coined the phrase, but he didn't make it up.
I've heard men.
In other words, men had these standards. The only difference is with Kevin Samuels let women know what men's standards are.
And say
But
different
you know what it
requirements
is?
other than Kevin Samuels. That's not piggybacking off of Kevin Samuels. Then it's like now when I listen to podcasts or when you ask men that you know is I'm gonna say the man is fair. I feel like Kevin Samuels just set that standard for them, and that's just where they stuck at. When it's really, and then it's they get those things and the women is still not satisfying them because I just feel like it's not what you want.
The reason a man is not satisfied is because he's not getting them. Now, when it comes to satisfying, we all know that women are the ones who are unsatisfiable. Now, if the woman meets the man's standards, she got him for life, forever, if she meets his standards. If she doesn't, well, then that's a whole nother ball game.
I just feel like you're saying that because it was handed to you in a handbook. You get me?
I think that's
You know what I'm saying?
you know how women got their non-compromisable. That's what we not willing to compromise on. You trying to we want a woman that's feminine. We would prefer a woman that's fit. No, I mean friendly is
What's
not.
fit to y'all?
I mean everybody got
Not
different-
obese.
Yeah,
Not obese.
everybody got
Not obese,
different
that's
types.
all.
I mean,
BMI of 20.
Why do women act like they don't understand the difference between fit and obese? Why?
25 or below.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are obese married women.
that's what I'm saying. Everybody got
That's what I'm
different.
trying to figure
But
out.
again,
How many?
I think when Kevin Samuels when he says feminine, fit, and friendly, right? He's talking about what men genuinely want across all ethnic groups, right? Not just black men. This is making yourself more available to all ethnic groups. You know what it is that they require in a woman. Before we probably did accept the bare minimum. She just probably had to have a fat ass, nice titties, whatever the case is. And now men are realizing their value, I think, and now we're saying, hey, you know what? This is what we require in women. And women are like, damn, y'all ain't never had standards before. Where the fuck all these standards came from now? You get what I'm saying?
It
So
was
it's
happy wife, happy life.
yeah,
I feel like it doesn't really surprise me.
Wrong. Men have always had standards, but men are competitors. I'm gonna let this finish out, but I just had to say that. Now, or maybe I should speak for myself. Maybe I should say I've always had standards, but I believe all men have.
Me that is what men want. I feel like across the board, men are simple. You guys are simple creatures. So it's not, and y'all also are more so logical. So it's not really a surprise that across the board, these are the, let's say 3 to 4 main things that you look for, because it's gonna be just that.
So my only thing is, I meet a lot of guys that, You want your woman to know how to make like collard greens and baked macaroni and cheese and all this other stuff. And then you want her to be well versed in that, and then fit at the same time. Don't get me wrong, I could do both. I guess
Well, I don't know. Okay, like she said it, not me. She said it, not me. All right, and the women laugh because they know that she might be capping, but.
I know, but just saying though.
I'm not talking about being able to cook. I'm not talking about being able to cook because, like I said, I could do both. Personally, I eat healthy. I eat healthily.
Okay, so let's get right into it. First of all, we have to be honest with ourselves. The majority of women, men know this. The majority of women do not meet a man's standards. Now, I know they said 3, but there's more. Okay, let's be clear about that. Right? Feminine, sweet, friendly, fit, and caring, empathetic. Right? There's more, but I highlighted those because a lot of women don't have all of those characteristics. So when Kevin Samuels was popular, when he was alive and popular, what was happening was men were looking at the women, and a lot of the women, or let's just say some of the women who called in, were undesirable to look at. So when we heard these women having unrealistic standards, it was like, hell nah. First of all, you're the woman that I would be embarrassed. A lot of those women we looked at as undesirable. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. This is the type of woman I wouldn't even dare take serious. But if the situation changed, or if my situation changed, maybe I would settle for her. But to hear that this woman wouldn't settle for me, oh my God, that's where we start to have the problems. Now, why do men list the same standards? Because men understand this is a competition, and the winner wins first place. The guys who come after first place is second, third, and then you have the guys who, thank you for coming out. Here's your participation paper or ribbon. Most men don't want that, but some men are willing to say, you know what? I wasn't prepared for this race. I wasn't prepared for this competition, so I will happily accept this participation ribbon. Now, on the other hand, the other guys are looking like, or the top guys or the winners are looking at it and saying, hey, I want the best. I want the trophy. I want the prize. Why? Because men are into accolades, awards, accomplishments, records, right? Things that are set because not every single man can reach the same goals that other men reach. And some men actually look at records and look to beat those records. So I get it. Women don't really understand when a man has standards, but they are definitely there. When men see certain men with other women, with certain women, we looking like, damn, bro, that's the best you can do. Oh my God. Even the women look at certain men and be like, oh my gosh, you chose her? What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Look, first of all, I've heard women say, oh my gosh, look at her. She is so basic, right? So we all have an understanding of what gorgeous actually is. Men want a gorgeous woman. Now, we realize that not every single woman is gorgeous on this planet. All we have to do is line y'all up, and the majority of men from all races will pick the gorgeous women. The gorgeous women happen to have the same features: feminine, fit, friendly, caring. Why do men want a feminine woman? Well, that's because if he's a masculine man, he understands that if he has a masculine woman, it's going to be a lot of arguments. It's going to be a lot of fights. It's going to be a lot of the energy he doesn't want to come home to. When a man wants to come home to a woman, he wants to hear things like, oh, hey, baby, how was your day? Oh, yeah, baby, baby this, baby that, right? Yes, a man wants to be babied by his woman. Now, I don't mean he wants to be babied 100% of the time, but he wants to know that that woman is opposite of him. maybe I should speak for myself. Now, why would you want a woman that's fit? Once again, I'll speak for myself. I believe that a woman is her most confident when she's fit, right? She just has a certain like walk to her when she's fit. Now, I'm not saying that the woman has to be a bodybuilder, but what I am saying is her confidence is higher, right? She believes that she's an attractive woman. When she puts some clothes on or a dress on or some type of pants, she feels good about what her body looks like. This is why I care about a woman who is fit. Now, when it comes to a woman being able to cook or being healthy, well, if she cares about herself, then more than likely, right, she's going to be happy with me. She's going to make sure I'm healthy, especially if she's the one cooking. Now, as a man who loves soul food, do I want soul food every day? Hell no. The reason why is because I understand the majority of it is not healthy. Now, when I say healthy, I just mean this is going to clog you up. This is going to cause you to gain weight. Now, with me being somebody who works out, I understand you got to run that off. You got to put in extra work just to get that food off that you just ate. In fact, if you follow me on Instagram, then you'll see that I'm somebody who will take accountability for the messed up or the bullshit that I ate, and I'll run more. I'll work out even harder just to make sure I work that food out of my system. Did Kevin Samuels create standards for men? Hell no. All men have standards. All men want the women that they want, or they want the woman that they want. But what happens is men say, you know what? Maybe my standards are too unrealistic. Maybe this type of woman actually doesn't exist, meaning gorgeous, can cook, is fit, is feminine, is caring, is sweet. She is just a joy to be around, right? Maybe that woman doesn't exist. So what do I have to do? He has to be willing to do what women claim they don't want to do, which is settling. The majority of men have settled for the women that they're actually with. Yes, I know that's hard to hear, ladies, but men have settled for you because you don't check off every box. You may check off 4 or 5 boxes. You may check off 2 or 3 boxes, and that may be good enough for him because he may say, well, damn, this type of woman just does not exist. And the men who usually get these women, these guys are over here. They're rich, they're famous, they're popular, or they just happen to be in the right place at the right time. They may have God-given height, God-given looks, right? God may have just blessed those men. So men understand that. Men definitely understand that. So I agree with the women who say men are logical, because men are logical, or you're supposed to operate in your logic. Whereas women, it's all emotion, how they feel. Again, this goes all the way to the point that I've already brought up, where I said there's a difference between a man who wants to be seen with this woman versus the man who does not want to be seen with this woman. Now, there could be a couple reasons. It could be because of her weight, or it can be because of her reputation, because a man really wants a woman that is not accessible to other men. So a lot of women don't fall. We see that there's women who are unwilling to work out. We also see women that are masculine, which means you're finna be in an argument or a fight every single day, night. And some men like that, but some men do not. I'm one of those men. I'm not into arguing because I value my peace these days. Now, if a woman can cook, that is beautiful. Like, oh my God, if she can cook. Now, if she can cook delicious food that's actually healthy, oh my God. That's what we're talking about as far as the prize and the trophy. A lot of women don't meet that standard. A lot of women are accessible to other men, or have been accessed by other men, which means, that her reputation is not going to be something that's going to elevate your reputation as a man. So just a few things that men look for when it comes to women as far as standards go. Gorgeous, right? Like women want a rich man. Women want a rich man. Men want a woman that is gorgeous, a woman that can cook, a woman that's his personal freak, right? My personal freak, not a freak for everyone. Next is for her to be fit or to have a body like a goddess. Now, BBLs have gotten women closer to that, but the problem is they end up being accessible to a whole bunch of men. And then we want a woman that's feminine and caring because that's what we need. Right? We need that in our lives. We need someone who cares about us. Right? This is why men are turned off when we hear a woman say, I don't need no man. I don't need you. I want you. And it's like, well, wants change, but needs don't. Right? Or at least in a man's mind, or at least in my mind. So then the question turns into, well, what are you willing to deal with? Are you really going to steadfast and hold on to the fact that this woman has to check off every single box? Because if you do, more than likely you're going to stay single, because there's not a lot of women who cross off all those boxes. Yes, I get it. Women think that they're perfect, but here's the news flash. No one is perfect. Most men understand that. Most men understand I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. But if we're going to get together, how can we make this work? How can we be functional? How can we surpass whatever? How can we enjoy life? That's where most men are. How can we enjoy each other? Do we enjoy each other? Men, this is why I'm telling you, your confidence is everything. Now, can you get everything as far as standards go? Well, I'll tell you this. If you have your mind together, if you have your body together, if you have your finances together, the chances of you getting it are a lot higher, because women are willing to compete for the top men. Now, I'm not telling you guys to get all of this stuff for women. I'm telling you to get yourself together, because it's going to provide you with the best experience or the best life that you can possibly live. So that's my message to you. Stronger mind, stronger body, stronger finances. Read, meditate. That will help with your mind. So with or without a woman, you're going to need a strong mind, a strong body, and strong finances. All of them take time, energy, repetition, and consistently doing, consistently working out, consistently reading, consistently investing. This is how you reach the goals that you set for yourself. I'm not here to tell men, just like I don't think Kevin Samuels was here telling men what they should be doing outside of making money, becoming the best version of yourself, and holding yourself to that standard. Outside of that, you have to determine what your standard for yourself is. Then once you figure that out, now you get to figure out what women are actually available to you based on what you have, what you look like, because the more realistic you get, the more the higher chance you have of reaching that goal. We are now living in a time where you must adapt to dating, because women are accessible. I mean, accessible. They are going through their happiness over everything phase. And when they're in that phase, they usually don't come out of it. The messed up thing is they think they do, but what happens is they're really just taking a break because they want to return back to it, no matter how old they get. But with all of that being said, I have a question for you. What do you think? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that this video is done, do me a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and then share this video to anybody that you think this would help. Other than that, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.